Welcome back to another explainer. So, have you ever actually tried to buy a cup of coffee with crypto? Like standing at the register, trying to make it work? Yeah, it's practically impossible, right? Well, today we're unpacking a really fascinating blueprint that's aiming to completely redefine how we interact with digital assets. We're looking at the Univex Network v1.0 white paper. And I gotta tell you, the architecture they lay out here, it's incredibly ambitious. They're tackling literally one of the biggest hurdles in crypto right now, actually taking your digital wealth and making it usable in your everyday life. So we're going to break down their promised next-generation Web3 financial ecosystem piece by piece and see exactly how they plan to democratize digital wealth.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for the explainer today. We're going to start with the Web3 wealth divide, then break down the Univex ecosystem architecture, and trace their 2026 to 2027 roadmap. After that, we'll analyze the dual token model, explore their built-in economic stability, and finally take a look at the Univex DAO future.
Let's kick things off with Section 1, the Web3 wealth divide, or really the structural challenge of digital assets.
Before we can really appreciate the solution, we've got to understand the problem. And if you've spent, any time in crypto, you already know the frustration. Decentralized finance, or DeFi, kind of operates on its own isolated island. A lot of traditional Web3 reward mechanics and mobile mining apps use these highly inflationary token models that, frankly, just lack real-world utility. And the result? Severe token value depreciation. I mean, you might have thousands in digital rewards, maybe from a bunch of dog-themed meme coins, but trying to buy groceries with them? Yeah, good luck. Add in crazy high transaction fees and super complex conversion processes, and you're left with digital rewards that are basically impossible to convert into tangible, everyday purchasing power.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly where Univex steps in. They are building a high-utility, decentralized financial hub that's designed to natively bridge those Web3 economic incentives straight into fiat-based retail infrastructure. Think of it like a permanent, frictionless bridge taking you off that isolated island of DeFi and dropping you right onto the mainland of traditional retail finance. It's essentially an economic engine designed to empower the underbanked and optimize global wealth generation.
Moving on to Section 2, the Univex ecosystem architecture. This is the blueprint of the bridge.
So let's see how this builds out. To create a bridge that can actually support millions of global users without, completely collapsing, Univex relies on a decoupled three-tier architecture. Basically, this means if one layer gets hit with heavy traffic, the others stay perfectly safe. It's all about maximum security and fault tolerance. First up, you have the front-end interface layer. This is the Univex super app, the part you and I actually interact with. Beneath that sits the core utility layer, which acts as the decentralized finance hub. And finally, you have the real-world integration layer,